Everybody, this is Bradley Benner with Semantic Mastery, and today we have Michael Bose on, where he's going to be giving a presentation about click-through manipulation, what I call CT spam, click-through spam, and his awesome tools, Viper tools, which I've been using for probably about 6 months now. And we were just waiting until after our POFU Live event, which occurred not last weekend, but the weekend before that, before we brought Michael on to introduce Viper tools and show some of the awesome stuff that he's built into his tools for you guys today. So with that, Michael, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. I tell you what, though, I'm shaken to the core right now without all my social media. It's like crack. It's like crack cocaine, and my social media is down. Facebook, Instagram, all that crap, and I'm really having, I'm getting
You're jonesing.
Yeah. I'm doing good though, Bradley. Thanks for having me up.
Yeah, you're welcome. And again, we really appreciate you coming on. And as I mentioned before, I've been using Michael's tools for about 6 months. And I've developed several strategies of my own that work really well for GMB stuff mainly. But so, once Michael gets done with this presentation today, there's going to be an offer, of course, guys, for you all to get Viper tools and special discount and all that kind of stuff. And stick around, or actually after today, anybody that ends up picking it up can reach back out to us at support. And I'll reiterate this at the end of the presentation today as well. But I'm going to do probably a separate training webinar for all purchasers to come check out the various kind of like recipes that I've set up using Viper tools for getting results. And I'm happy to share that for anybody that ends up joining today. So with that said, Michael, I'm going to kind of stay back and be quiet. I might jump in occasionally with a question or a comment, but I'm going to let you take over.
Sounds good. Great. Thank you, Bradley. And thanks guys for coming in here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave off the chat and the questions. Put any questions you have over there. And after we go through this, I'll check out the chat and do a Q&A and back and forth and all that good stuff. But I'm going to try not to look over there best I can. Bradley, feel free to jump in any questions in the middle that you see that are really pertinent and need to be taken care of. But that tends to confuse me while I'm going here. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen here real quick. We're going to go over and look at the goods and see what we got and rock and roll this. So hopefully everybody is able to see my screen. If you can see my Get Page, Google Page 1 rankings, drop a 1 in the chat just to let me know that you're able to see that. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jorge. Awesome. Okay, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here without talking too much about myself and all that fun stuff. You know how marketers are, they always got to talk about where they got going. I got to tell you, when I started SEO in 2009. I was working for a small Catholic charity in Northern Virginia area. And that's really where I got into social media marketing, video marketing. It was really the very beginning of that. 2010, I took a different career path, and you can see that right there on the slide. So I went into a monastery. I know you're going to be like, what in the hell? But I did. I just said the H word, right? I'm a sinner. But went off to a monastic community for a while and ended up returning back to the lay life. And I had to start off at the very beginning. Before I went off to my career, I was a director of the charity. I was kind of at the top of my game. And when I came out, I literally had to push carts. So I had to start off pushing carts at Walmart and work my way back up. And it was quite a way to build my humility up. Let me put it that way, because I came out quite proud and I had to start back at the very beginning. And it was an interesting time. So anyways, got into the marketing field 2013, 2014. I launched my first SEO business. And that's actually where I ended up. That's really where I started. So my first beginnings in this was Bradley Benner. It's funny, Semantic Mastery. A lot of my guys will be like, oh God, here comes this story again. But let me just put it this way. When we're in the right time, at the right place, the right time, that truly is. Anytime you hear people say, well, you got to be in the right place at the right time, it's really where everything begins in your life, right? We all can look back at these instances and say, oh my God, I'm so happy that I found this. I'm so glad I took this. I'm so glad I bought this, right? When I started marketing, it was, oh my God, I'm so glad I met Bradley Benner. And I met Bradley in my local real estate office. And it was just a random Thursday sales meeting. and I met this genius, and he started my career off. So Bradley, again, I cannot say enough times, thank you for really helping me get going.
Oh, shucks.
He's down there red faced right now.
Kicking rocks. Thanks, man.
Yeah. So, it was really awesome. It was my beginning. So whenever I look back and people say, how do you get started? I'm like, Bradley Benner, Semantic Mastery, go join. That's why I see a lot of my guys in here. I'm like, go join Semantic Mastery. You got to get in there. It's really awesome. So anyways, I launched my first video tool in 2015. And you may say, well, why was it video? Why wasn't it specific SEO? For me, I've always been a video person. I've always loved video marketing. It's really where I cut my teeth in marketing. And it was an easy way for me to get into the rankings, get my picture up there, get my thumbnail, my profile, whatever you want to do. It was a great way to rank. And that's my very beginning. So my very first tool, 2015, that was Live Stream Genius. It was a live streaming YouTube tool. It was awesome. It was really awesome. So anyways, I launched an embed network in 2017. And then after that, since that time, I've released about 14 tools. And that was between 2018, 2021. And the very latest are 2 new tools called GeoGrid Viper and Rank Tracker Viper. And we'll talk about that. And you're probably like, what in the hell are we talking about? We're talking about CTR. How's this come into play? We'll get there. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll jump over here. Okay, perfect. So I want to ask everybody, if you could drop in the chat, let me know what some of the ranking factors are. Just drop in the chat what you think ranking factors are. If you want to get a website ranked, a video ranked, or GMB ranked, give me some stuff in traffic. Oh, traffic, Aaron. Okay. Is it an entity? Yes. Engagement. Exactly, Carlo. That's great. Getting index, rank brain user action, Brian. Yep, exactly. Awesome. Awesome. You guys are right on it. All right. So yeah, definitely SEO ranking factors. On page SEO, quality content. You need to have good content, authority backlinks, trust flow page authority. That's something I play on a lot. Social signals, embed, CTR. That's the really big one, right? You got to have CTR, as Bradley said at the very beginning, sending in that traffic spam. You got to have the right type of CTR. All right, so I just want to show you a couple of different testimonials here real quick. People that have used my tools in the past, current Viper members. Michael Howard is an amazing dude. In fact, he's in our local area, Bradley. I don't know if you know this guy, but he owns.
I met Michael Howard he'd started a meetup group like in 2014 or 2015, and it was a way to get local businesses to, so he could introduce himself to local businesses. And it was called something like Think Tank or something, local business think tank or something like that. Yep. And I went and joined, and he pushed me out because he knew I was another marketer, and I had no idea. It was funny as hell. And it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 years later, he reached out to me on Facebook or something and said like he wanted to give me an apology, like he wanted to apologize to me because he thought I was just some, asshole trying to like crash his party, so to speak. and he was like, man, I'm really sorry about that because you provide really good information and blah, blah, blah. It was really cool. So Michael's a good guy, stand-up guy.
That's great. Yeah, Michael's really a great guy. In 2017, he tried to get me out at Krispy Kreme when I was having a problem in my business. And he wanted to take me out at Krispy Kreme and feed me donuts. If I had gone, I'd probably look like Jabba the Hutt right now. So,
yeah, yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. So you can see that Tiffany Hayes here, she was a gal I met actually through Remax. So she worked for one of the real estate agents that Bradley helped, one of his clients, I'm sure. And she got started in HVAC, started training her SEO. And she took a company in right in Gainesville, Virginia. And she took this HVAC company from around $300,000 a year to $14 million a year. It was amazing. And they ended up selling the business. So she did great SEO. Charles Zakoa, he's another one of my platinums. He's a great guy. Leonardo Wolf, he's one of my Viper members. So just great all around people. Anyways, get back here. We'll talk about ranking and banking. CTR is really great for ranking websites with your lead gen. It's perfect for PPC, pay per call. It's great for driving leads to your client. It ranks local and national, launch jacking, affiliate domination, GMB ranking, lead gen. There's so many different avenues that you can use CTR for. And we're going to really break this down and show you all sorts of different things. I want to show you this real quick. This is actually Johnny Chen. Bradley, you know Johnny, right? He jumped into Semantic Mastery recently, I think.
Yes, I do know him. He's a hell of a go-getter.
He is a massive, massive guy. And when I say massive, I'm not talking about large Marge here. I'm talking about he's a massive SEO dude. So super awesome guy. Joined my mastermind a couple of months ago. He's a T600 user. If you're a nerd like me and you ever watch Terminator, you'll understand T600. So T600 user, he's running about 600 campaigns. If you want to know what that is, he's running 600 campaigns on each of my tools per month, which is massive. That means he's running thousands of campaigns a month. Really awesome. So anyways, he jumped in here, and if you know Ty Lopez, he outranked Ty Lopez's 4 million video using the Video Viper. That's it. And he did it in just a few weeks, which was awesome. He's got #1 rankings across the world using the CTR software. He's got GMB Madness. This is actually a screenshot of his GMBs and the keywords he's ranking in GMB videos and in Google, which is really cool. All right, so simplicity of the Hydra Viper is it's completely, it's online, basically. You run the tool on your computer, on your desktop, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the main brain of the tool is online, it's cloud-based. So other than running a tool running in your background, everything else you set up online. It's totally hands-free, it's fully automated, it runs in the background, you never see it, you never hear it. It's awesome. Okay, so you may be asking, well, why do I need this? Why would I ever want to get this? All right, so if you're doing any type of SEO, which we know you are, if you're in Semantic Mastery, if you want to rank websites, if you want to rank GMBs, if you want to rank videos, any type of Google properties, Twitter Moments, that's a really cool one. Let me ask you guys this. I know a lot of you are already Viper members. I'm seeing some familiar faces in here. How many of y'all use Twitter Moments to rank in Google? Or do you know that you can rank Twitter Moments in Google? Let me ask that one first. Do you know that you can rank Twitter Moments in Google? Drop a 1 in, drop a 2 in. Yep, yes, okay. 1, yes. Jarvis, of course, definitely. Awesome. Okay, yeah, seeing lots of 1s. I don't see any twos in here, so you guys are definitely on your game here. All right, so this is great for, it's like I said, it's hands-free, rank and rent, ranking client pages. Bradley's been using it for 6 months, and you know if Bradley's using it, it's legit, okay? So I want to show you here real quick. This is Scott Patton. He's one of my platinums, and he's a heavy hitter, which means he's running a bunch of extra campaigns. So he's been in my platinum mastermind since it started, which he's been in since 2018, January. He's a long time platinum member here. CTR, secret sauce to high rankings, but if you do not execute the strategy correctly, the results can be devastating. That's true. So if you, anything in SEO, you need to do this correctly. Remember when I was talking about ranking factors, good content, all of that stuff that you want to have. You want to make sure all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted when you're doing SEO. CTR is only as good as you are at what you currently do as an internet marketer. So just remember that. This is not a miracle pill. This isn't like Princess Bride. This is not Mad Max's, or not Mad Max, you know, the crazy guy with the chocolate pill. I think it was Max. But anyways, this isn't a miracle pill. Okay, I want you guys to understand this. This works as well as you work as an SEO. So if you've done your SEO on your product, if you've correctly SEO'd your videos and your web pages, and you've set up your GMB, optimized them, and thank you, Miracle Max. Thank you. I've seen Mad Max, totally different movie. Miracle Max. Yeah. So if you've done all this back end stuff, then when you add CTR to it, that's where you really see the benefit. And that's what Scott's really getting at here. This is another really great one of my platinum members as well. This is Ryan. So there's so many SEO tools on the market today. You could go broke if you subscribe to them all. Okay, this is awesome. He loves it. He's been, like I said, in for about 1.5 years as well. Here's a couple of more guys. Steve Bailey's one of my platinum members, talking about SEO tools. He comes into the masterminds weekly. CTR, how much it's helping him out, especially with press releases. I know a lot of you probably use Press Advantage. Tagging or teaming that up, I should say, with CTR really works well. And Bradley, I know, has done that, and he's probably talked about it on his masterminds and whatnot. So Steve Bailey's a great guy. Mike Sean is another great Viper member here. Channel's only 30 days old. YouTube's promoting his content 50% already. I think Mike Sean may be doing a live, what do you call it, case study in the Viper Tools group. And he was showing how he took these brand new YouTube channels and was making $4,000 a month on them just using Viper Tools after just a month or two, which was amazing. So he's doing a live case study, posting about it in there a lot, really getting great results with it. Here's another guy, Simon. He's one of my platinums. He's also a heavy hitter member as well. And you can see here on the GMB, this is really awesome. His niche, I believe, is a plastic surgeon. Yeah, right here. So oral and facial surgery. So doing plastic surgery, and it's awesome. And look where he was. This is where he was at the very beginning. He's been using Viper for about 6 months, and he's just totally green now. This is on this one client, this one niche. He's got a ton of other things, which is super awesome. So he's been in using CTR, getting great results for it. Like I said, he is a platinum member as well, and you can see he's been using the Viper Tools. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll take this live. I'm just going to pop out of here. And first things first, I want to show you what the tool actually looks like here. So we're going to open up Hydra, and we're going to talk about this real quick. Now, this is the tool that you download to your computer. It needs to be a PC computer. If you're using a Mac, it needs to make sure that you're running on Parallels. It will not install on your Mac unless it's on Parallels or it's a Windows OS that's put onto your Macintosh, or your Apple, I should say. Or in that case, Crapple. But I don't want to install all the Apple people, so we'll just leave it there with Apple. So when you install Hydra, Hydra contains all 3 tools. And I kind of alluded at it in the presentation, but I didn't tell you about each individual tool. There's actually 3 tools contained in here. Carlos, he's fully attacked. Exactly. So there's Video Traffic Viper, which is for videos. There's Google Traffic Viper, which is for the websites, blogs, Web 2.0s, Twitter, etc. And then there's GMB Viper, which is specifically geared for GMBs. Now, the Hydra tool, before I had all 3 tools, you had to install them individually. It was a real pain in the ass. To be perfectly honest with you, I just created Hydra. Contains all 3 tools. You just launch this product. You hit start like this. I hit launch. It pops up one window, and then it disappears into your taskbar. And you can see down here, I have 3 little windows. And if we want to take a look at this, we'll go ahead and we'll open up one of them. So one of these is going to be the GMB, one's going to be Google, one's going to be video. You don't see them, you don't hear them. You never have to click a video, you never have to click like, you never have to click any of the GMBs. It literally runs in the background. Now, these are not running my campaigns. I know this gets confusing for people, and they're like, well, wait a second, why am I watching my own campaigns? You'll never watch your own campaigns, and if you do, it's going to be extremely rare. The way that the Viper tools work and the Hydra works is it is a crowd search tool. So literally you download it, and your computer is looking at everybody else's videos, everybody else's GMBs, etc. All the tools are based, at least the Google Viper and the video, not the video Viper, GMB Viper and Google Viper are local based. So you can say, okay, I want to get my traffic from, say, Manassas, Virginia, right up the road from Bradley and I. So it will pull traffic from Manassas, Virginia, but your Google Analytics, and this is a very important topic, your Google Analytics will show IPs coming from all over the world. But your local search is being done natively in the browser. This is a very big thing of contention for people. People believe that IP addresses rank. IP addresses matter for ranking. And I've got to tell you, it's going to go against the grain here for SEOs. SEOs will swear up and down it matters where your IP address is. It does not matter where your IP is. You could have an IP address in the middle of Timbuktu searching for HVAC in Manassas, Virginia, and it would work through the Viper. And the way that it works is, like I said, it's working locally within the browser, natively within the browser. So I'm going to show you this real quick, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we're going to open up one of the windows here, and let's take a look. Air conditioner repair, Culpeper. Bradley, you're not running campaigns, are you? For Culpeper here.
Not AC repair. If you see tree service stuff, that's probably me.
All right, let's take a look. So we'll go back here, air conditioner repair. I'm gonna hit the back button and just see Okay, so this one looks like it went straight in to the Google map. And if I go down here, it's going to show it coming from Woodbridge. So whoever set up this campaign, look at that. It's pulled up the GMB now. So it's searching through the GMB here. I have a dark theme. So if you're wondering why it's dark, it's because that's the way I have this set up here. Is this you, Bradley? Pierce Heating?
That is not me. It's not a tree contractor.
All right. So it's someone else. Oh, you know what? This is me. This is funny.
You planned it this way.
This is me, Freon Doctor. So I actually set up the Freon Doctor one. And I picked this guy randomly. It was on page 5 of Google for GMBs. And I literally pummeled his GMB with a ton of traffic. I have no idea who this guy is. Hopefully he's not anybody's client, because I literally just smashed his GMB with traffic to see what I could do with it in a case study, which is totally violating his GMB space. But anyways, so we have this right here. You can see what it's doing. It's going directly to the GMB on this particular search. But let's open up another window here and take a look. Okay, so that was this one. We're going to open up this one now, and let's take a look at this and see where we are. So we'll right click, maximize. Okay, let's see here. We'll go back. All right, so this is Opiate Detox Houston, and it shows that I'm out of Houston, Texas. See, now this is how the Viper works. Now I'm clearly in Northern Virginia. In fact, I'm in Culpeper, Virginia, about 10 miles up the road from Bradley. So it is searching for opiate detox, and it's showing that the search is coming out of this zip code in Houston, Texas. And this is where the ranking happens. This is where the ranking happens within the Viper. So this IP address would actually be coming out of Culpeper, but for him, the search is happening in Houston, and it's ranking. And it's ranking exceptionally well. So if you're going to get the Viper and you look at your Google Analytics, please don't freak out. It's a complete myth that IP addresses matter, because they absolutely do not matter at all. And everything is done within the Viper browser here. So this is totally hidden. I'm going to close out these windows because they are going to pop on me. At the same time, I'm going to go down here and show you what it looks like on the video Viper. We'll open this up. Okay, so it's now wanting to share on these different properties. So I'm going to try to close this out. Hit cancel here. Let's go down and see. Okay, dismiss. Let's go back and see what this was searching for. Motivation videos. You know, sometimes it drives me crazy whenever I see what people put into the Viper. Motivation. There's a million motivation videos. You know, you got to really put in your niche that you want to rank for. Motivation for depression. Motivation for, you know, put in your sub niches. Don't just put in motivation, because it's not a good thing, in my opinion. You got to really niche it down. But we'll stop that. We'll stop this as well. Like I said, it runs entirely in the background on your computer, and it searches on whatever niche you're doing within the local. Okay, so Basil, I'm gonna answer this real quick since we're talking about it. So if we wanted to rank a local video in Google search, would we use Video Viper or Google Viper? That's a good question. You need to use Video Viper for the video watching, but you're not going to be able to get the local search for Video Viper because we don't actually have the geolocation built in. So for that, I would create a local page, like a blog for that local niche. I would put the video on it and use Google Traffic Viper and have it search locally from that area, and then watch the video embedded in there. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, I don't try to rank local videos that much anymore, but I would agree. Put it on a landing page, use Google Traffic Viper, run to that page. That would help for sure.
Definitely. So let's go ahead and take a look at the portal here. When you come,
can I add another, just a quick tip?
Sure.
Something else, guys. If it's a local video, it means there's probably a GMB associated with it. You create a GMB post, use the CTA button to link to the video URL, and then use Google Traffic Viper to do click-throughs from the GMB post to the video URL.
Exactly. That's something else that a lot of people don't know. A lot of Viper members, they use all three tools for ranking GMBs, for ranking websites. You can use videos to rank your GMB and to rank your websites by clicking on the link in the description. And we'll show you that real quick here. So let's go to Video Viper within the portal here. We'll open it up. It's not the most sexy looking tool, but it works great. It's like a Mexican restaurant. The uglier the Mexican restaurant, the more authentic and good the food is. It truly is. I love Mexican. It's my favorite food to eat. But the uglier hole in the wall places, it's going to be damn good food. We know it's going to happen. Bradley's laughing, but he knows it's true. All right, so you click on add campaign here. Let's put in a demo category. You can set up your custom categories here that you want to do for your different clients. Put in your video URL right here. And we'll just drop this in. Let's say a watch URL or a video URL. You can choose unlisted, regular default, a live video, playlist, or a channel. Put in your link and description. If you have a link within that description that you wanted to click, which you definitely need to be doing this, then it will find that video. It will click on that video. It'll watch it. It'll like it, subscribe it, add it to favorites, add it to a custom playlist. It will rewatch the video 50% of the way. So after it finishes it, it'll rewind to about 55% and rewatch the video, which is awesome. Awesome for CTR and for, on page, which is really good for the video. It'll click the links within here that you want it to click. It'll create comments for you. You can put in spin tags or nested spin tags. You can put on up to 5 keywords here, comma separated. So you could say keyword, comma, space, keyword, or just comma, keyword, right? So I like to put comma space. It's just, I'm old school when I do this. But a lot of people just put commas. That's perfectly fine. You can just have it separated by comma. You can say, okay, I want to get likes. I want to get subscribes, shares, add to favorites, save for later, and evergreen. Evergreen's not functioning at the moment, so don't click that. Playback speed, you can have it up to 2x. And the reason why we have fast playback speed is Video Viper watches a max of up to 10 minutes of the video. Up to 10 minutes of video will be watched. So if you have, say, a 30-minute video and you want to get, max watch time on it, Video Viper will only watch up to 10 minutes. It may be between 60 and 100% of that video will get watched. So what will happen is if you choose 2 times playback speed, you're going to get 2 times the amount of video watched in that 10-minute period. It's one of the little things that built in for longer videos. The second thing to think about is if you do have longer videos, let's say Video Viper out of an hour-and-a-half video or an hour-long video. And I'm not recommending putting in hour-long videos. Occasionally they will slip through and it will end up watching the whole hour and it slows down the Viper network. I like to try to avoid that. But let's say that you have an hour-long video in and it watches 10 minutes of the video. The next time that Viper clicks on that video from another person's machine, from another Viper machine, it'll pick up where it left off. So let's say it watched it to the 7-minute video, a 7-minute mark out of an hour-long video. The next Viper search will start from the 7-minute and say go to the 14-minute or the 20-minute mark. It's a great way of continually watching the video from all these different users. It's really cool. So we have a lot of different things built into the Viper. Try to make human interaction the whole 9 yards. Number of views to generate, I like to say 500. Depends on what I'm doing. Maybe 100, right? Desktop, mobile, I like to say random. So it pulls both mobile and desktop views in. And then you want to set up your drip. You want to put in your campaign here, your time to, your date to, and then your number of credits. So your credits matter on this. So 33 credits for this campaign. For drip campaign, drip it in. One thing to think about for Video Viper is use Video Viper for ranking organically. Don't use Video Viper thinking that all the views are going to stick, because they are not going to stick. We have a small network. We don't have tens of thousands of users. So if you're trying to boost a video with 5,000 views, you're going to get out 5,000 views on a brand new video. About 400 views will stick on average. So don't use Video Viper for the views. Don't say, well, I want to get 5,000 views and come to me and say, well, Video Viper sucks. I got 300 views to stick. Don't use it for that. Use it for the CTR, for ranking organically, because that's what Video Viper will do. It will rank you to the very top of Google organically, and then you'll get organic views. That's what we need to be using CTR for. Don't just use it for, the number of views that's going to be generated. Now, another way of getting views to stick for videos is to use Google Traffic Viper, take the videos, embed them on a blog, and then send traffic to that. We're finding that between 70 and 100% of views stick, but it takes 2 to 3 days to post on YouTube, just an FYI. So once you do that, you can hit your campaigns, you can go into your tool, You can see all your videos. In this instance, do as I say, not as I do. For the number of views, you're like, what the heck, Michael? You're telling us to only put a few hundred views in. You've got 4,000 views, 5,000 views. I run lots of tests. Just an FYI. So I do a lot of testing in here. So I do a lot of boosting. But it shows you everything in here. You can see your statistics. Now, statistics page is not fully updated yet. It doesn't track the likes, shares, subscribes, or the initial views. It'll just show you how many views were delivered. Well, it's a work in progress. You can see your credit history, how many credits are being used, etc. Okay, I'm not going to bore you guys with the tools. There's a ton of information here. Every tool is basically set up the same. Google Traffic Viper. You can click on Add Campaign, a little bit different on campaign options. We have these recipes that are built in. Put in your geolocation. This is where the magic happens. Put in your latitude, longitude, range in miles, 15-mile range, keyword, number of searches, say 500. Minimum time to spend on the website, let's say 4 minutes, specific URLs that you want it to click on within the web page, and then a URL blacklist for URLs that you don't want it to click on. Now, Bradley does this whenever he sends it to blogs. He takes all the ad URLs, and I'm sure he'll show that in the custom video that he does for us. Same thing in here. You can create the drip, and you drip it out. Just choose the time zone, the drip date that you want, hit submit campaign. You can go into your campaigns here. And I actually deleted all my campaigns out here because I was doing secret stuff. Oh, there we go. There we go. It updated. So I've got some newer campaigns in here: Twitter moments, Google embeds, YouTube videos, some crazy stuff. GMB training Bradley. Bradley's probably looking at it going, what in the hell are you doing, Michael? GMB using Reddit. So ranking Reddits on Google, which is awesome. So just a ton of different things I do in here. This is within the Google Traffic Viper. GMB Viper, very similar setup, a little bit different for this. Set up ad campaign. Okay, website URL. The website URL is the website you have on your GMB. GMB URL can be the share URL or the CID. Put the phone number on your GMB. It will actually do click to call. It'll click to call it, but it will not finish the call. So don't worry, your client's not going to get a ton of phone calls. Business name on your GMB, number of visitors, search keywords, minimal time on the GMB, let's say 3 minutes. It will create directions for you. It will do click to call for you. It will look at the reviews. It'll look at pictures. It'll spend time going around on the GMB page, itself. And then the very last thing it'll do is it'll click on that website and it'll go to your website and spend that amount of time on your website, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you've set it as. Put in your latitude, longitude. 5 campaigns, Basil. 5 keywords per campaign. Put in your radius if you'd like, how many, where you want the searches to come from. Put in your drip. And again, very simple, very simple. Point and click, boom, off it goes. Mach 25 is a platinum level benefit only, but at the moment I had to turn it off because I did a promo about a month ago and I had a new platinum member come in. And I'm not joking when I say this. He created a blog in French on coffee. And he literally hit it with 1 million views. It could have been 1.5 million. All I know is it absolutely decimated the Viper network. So we had to disable it.
What was the point of that? Like, did he give a reason as to why he did that?
He never actually, I never actually found out who it was.
Okay.
We were trying to track it down, figure out who it was. But when I went ballistic, he deleted the campaign.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find it without spinning an inordinate number of time. But I don't know why he was doing it, but it literally was at least 1 million. And I know this because when I've used Mach 25, I sent in, say, Mach 25 takes over. If you're wondering what it is, for nerds out there, Mach 25 is the speed the space shuttle makes when it returns to Earth's orbit, which is 9,000 meters a second. Don't ask me why I know this. Okay, so Mach 25 literally takes over the entire Viper network at once. And it takes over every computer. It takes over every VPS that I'm running the mobile IPs on. And it just runs that one campaign until it's finished. So it literally took over all of my mobile cell phones, which is like 150 VPSs running mobile IPs. And it literally took over the entire Viper network for 3 days until I finally stopped it. But in that time period, when I did a boost, I sent in 150,000 views in about 8 hours. So I know running 3 days was at least 1 million views at the
Wow.
very minimum. So anyways, we disabled that for the moment. We will get it back up. But the reason why you'd want to use Mach 25 is I use it in small bursts. I know Bradley used it in small bursts, I believe. If you wanted to create a new GMB or a new video or a new website, and you create a press release, or it makes it look like you've got some viral content out there. Like you send a burst of 100 views to a brand new video, boom, 100 views hit. Or a press release, boom, 100 views hit. If you're using Google Ads, we know Google Ads can smash your website, and Google knows it's a Google advertisement, right? Boom, all these people hit. That's what Mach 25 was, to create a viral smash type of hit. And that's why I created it. It wasn't created to send in millions of views. So for the moment, it's disabled, but I am having it. Actually, I asked the programmers 3 days ago to re-enable it, so it will be coming back online. Yeah, James, we'll definitely have a replay here. So
just so everybody knows, this is why SEOs can't have nice things. because somebody abused the damn system and now it's been disabled for everyone.
That's true. That is true. That is true. So unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. Yeah. So here's a leaderboard of top people providing views in here. Bradley, you were actually up here on one of them. I don't know what happened to you, but old Quackenbush, look at Quackenbush, 55,000 views he's generated for the Viper Network. Crazy stuff. So we'll jump out of this real quick. These are the 3 main Viper tools that we're going to talk about today. But for those that, when we get to the offer, get combo or higher, you'll get access to 2 additional tools. So if you get combo Viper, which is all 3 tools, Video Viper, Google Viper, GMB Viper, you'll also get, as part of your membership, the Viper GeoGrid tracker, which is right here. And we'll open this up. And this is included. This is not extra. I could charge extra, but I'm not. So you can put in your GeoGrids and track them. It is a work in progress. We're still updating, but you can see right here for GeoGrids. This guy, obviously, I reached this one randomly here, and I just picked out someone random within Google for that one. Here was actually the guy that I was looking at earlier that I showed you for the GeoGrids. And it looks like I froze it up here. Doggone it, clicking too fast. So anyways, it tracks that. You can set in your GeoGrids. Let's see if I can get out of this. We'll go back to Portal. Let me just close this one out because I ended up freezing that page up. So you'll have GeoGrids, and then you'll have the new Rank Tracker as well. Now, Rank Tracker is not out yet. Not even for my Platinum guys. I released it about a week ago. And as you know, with programmers, they immediately had a problem. I even sent Bradley this. I was like, hey, Bradley, go ahead and start tracking your campaigns. And my programming team is like, we're working on it. I'm like, dear God, if I could take over a C-130 and fly over to Serbia, I may drop a thermonuclear weapon on them right now. That's how I feel about my tool taking so long to get released. So this is actually what the new Rank Tracker, it's pretty, looks like. And like I said, I'm waiting for them to get the tool to actually be fixed and released. So this will actually track all of your keywords. Now, for combo, there is going to be a limit to the number of campaigns that you can run, per month. Right now for Platinum, it's unlimited. I don't know if I'll put a limitation on it, but as Bradley knows, SEOs cannot have anything good because people always abuse it. So at the moment, it's unlimited keywords, and at the moment, it's unlimited URLs for Platinum. But there may have to be a limit because someone will probably go in and put in 50,000 keywords to check for their website.
Oh, I'd bet on it.
I actually already have a guy put in 684 keywords. I'm like, for a what? So he's like, I just wanted to test it out. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you. So for this, put in your website URL. This is just tracking a GMB at the moment, what they have in here. But you could literally say, okay, desktop, put in your country, state, city, your keywords, which like I said, for Platinum Unlimited, drop in your campaign, how long you want the campaign to be tracked. Check your rankings on it. We can click here so you can see your performance, your keyword. Now there's something else here called share of voice. And I don't know if you guys know what this is, but this actually tracks all of your social media interactions on Google for your website. So it will show you how many Facebook posts are mentioning your website, how many tweets, Twitters, Twitter moments, Instagrams, Pinterest, that type of thing. So it tracks all of that. There's a lot more options coming in, your keywords, your location, your rank, your URL, the number of searches, search features created on, how old it is, actions. We've got a ton of options, but again, I'm waiting for programmers to finish this puppy up. So at the moment, it looks pretty, but it's not yet working. So this is going to be one of the tools within here. So just to let you know, this is what we have. This is what we have coming out. So combo and above, platinum gets everything. Just to give you guys an idea real quick, platinum contains every tool I've ever created, which is a lot at the moment. Every tool I'll ever create, which is I've got 54 tools planned in the future coming out. Not right now, okay, over the next 5 years. So it contains everything. It contains my masterminds, all my courses. It's pretty awesome. Our mastermind meets weekly. We have a bunch of nerds in there, just like you guys have nerds in your mastermind. We have everything. So all the tools are included. You get tons of campaigns. You get tons of credits. There's bonuses. There's all sorts of fun stuff. But anyways, tools are working great. You get a number of credits per month. Let's go ahead and drop that offer in here, Bradley. Do you have that link?
You know, you gave it to me earlier and I didn't save it. I should have.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
It's the
I got
Bitly
it.
link somewhere.
I got it. I got it
is.
right here. So let me just grab this right here. So we'll copy this out, drop it in the chat for y'all. The password, not password, the code is going to be Bradley Rocks. All lowercase. Yeah, Jorge is definitely one of my platinum guys. So just click on that link. It'll open up this page and I'll show you guys what we're looking at on this sales page here. So you'll see all that wonderful stuff, testimonials, all that fun stuff there. Wow, long sales page. And we get down here. So with discount, with the Bradley discount, it'll lower it to $97 per month per tool. If you get the combo, you're paying just $197 per month and you get all three. Actually, combo, you get all 5 tools, not just 3. So you're actually getting the GeoGrids, the Video Viper, Google Viper, GMB Viper, and the Rank Tracker Viper. Now, GeoGrids and Rank Tracker were going to run off of credits, but it just got too complicated for the programming team. So I was like, forget it. That'll be months of extra programming, no credits to even run those tools. So that's what we're looking at right now. So Combo Viper has 5 tools in it, which is cool. So GeoGrids, Rank Tracker, again, both are being kind of worked on at the moment. So hopefully we'll have them both working very soon. You get the main tools, you get 750 credits per month, and you get 500 credits per month running the Hydra tool. So having Hydra run in the background, it's constantly earning credits. So you get 500 per month on that. You're able to run 5 campaigns. It's a really cool tool. Make sure that you use that code Bradley Rocks for your discount. You definitely need to be using that. This is an awesome tool. Combo is awesome. But if you want to go with the Big Daddy, go with Platinum. And Platinum gives you 60 campaigns, whereas all the regular tools are 5 campaigns at the same time. Now, let me explain this. That's not just 5 campaigns per month. That's 5 campaigns at the same time, meaning that you could pause a campaign and have another campaign running. So a lot of my regular guys are able to run hundreds of campaigns per month by running a client for 2 or 3 days, having another client run for 2 or 3 days. And they're running multiple campaigns constantly. So don't just think, well, I'm paying $97 a month. I'm only able to run 5 campaigns. Not at all. You should be able to run, 40 campaigns, 50 campaigns per month, depending on what you're doing. Now, if you want to go with Platinum, it's 60 campaigns at the same time across all 3 tools at 60 GMB, 60 Google, 60 video. So you're really able to run a lot of different campaigns. There was 180 campaigns at the same time. So you're running a lot. You're earning 1,500. You get 1,500 credits per month. You're earning 1,000 per month. You get access to the Video Viper, Google Viper, GMB Viper, Tumblr Scraper, GMB GeoGrid Viper, Viper Rank Tracker. Kraken Viper is going to be coming out between November and December. Embed Viper is coming out between November and December. If you're wondering what Kraken Viper is, it's kind of let's just put it this way. Okay. Without sounding all nerdish here. Kraken Viper looks like it's going to be a very custom version of the Google Traffic Viper. Something I've talked about for a while, but it's going to be completely separate from Google Traffic Viper. So if you own Google Traffic Viper, you won't get access to the Kraken Viper. It's going to be a platinum only release. And it's going to be a very in-depth release. So basically you could custom set up a campaign to say, go 15 hops, meaning that you can have it jump through 15 URLs or 15 websites, have the bot go custom through. So you can have it start out at, say, your IFTTT network that you got from Semantic Mastery, a 3-tiered monster with 60 social media accounts in it. And you can have it start out on tier 5 and go all the way through all the tiers, tier 3, all the way through all the tiers, go from the Tumblr tier 3 to WordPress tier 2, to Blogger tier 1, to, Blogspot or Live Journal, and then go to the GMB post, go through your multi-tiered on your GMB post, all the way to the GMB, all the way to your main money site, clicking on different links. So it's a really, really custom version of the Google Viper, GMB Viper, Video Viper, and allows you to do up to 15 items or directions within it. So that's what we're looking at for Kraken Viper. I'm planning probably a December release at this point. November, December release, really depends. Embed Viper, give you an idea of this. Actually, Video Viper has its own embed network built in. It's completely built in. And I kind of alluded to this within the tool, but I didn't actually show you. Within the Video Viper, every member has their Google account logged in, and you create a blogger, a blog, a Facebook, etc. Whatever you're doing. For example, let's go look at some live rankings here. So we'll go to Google. Okay, so let's do Google. Okay, we're going to type in GMB CTR, and we're going to take a look here. So Twitter Moments ranking page 1. You can see this Twitter moment right here. And this is mine. This is mine. Okay, so here's mine. Bradley, so you guys are going to love this. I did not plan this one, I'm telling you.
That is so funny, man.
I never actually planned, like I said, during the POFU call, I never planned to have this shown publicly. This was a private joke within the Platinum, but it actually ranked. So I love
that the original sack lunch. That's awful. God. Oh God.
It's great. It's great. So this is a great laugh for everybody where they see this, but this is ranking number 1, right below the, below the video carousel here. So it's number 1. Now this guy right here is one of my Platinums, and Sterling Hall.
Martin Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
It's Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, it looks like Martin Lawrence. Exactly. So yeah, Sterling's in here and he's trying to beat me out. Poor Sterling. He's doing a great job though, really admirable. So using just Google Traffic Viper, and we're ranking it right here. But what I wanted to show you was the Reddits, which it looks like the Reddits. Oh, there we go. So here's the Reddit right here. And we'll just refresh this. I don't know why my page gets a little caught up here. Okay, there we go. So here's Reddit ranking. Okay, so we'll click on the video, open it up. I'm actually going to have to look at it non-incognito here, so bear with me for just a moment. Let me pop this URL up here. Okay. Hey. All right, so after that, we'll go look at this. And on the right-hand side, again, I got the dark theme here, but you can see I'm using vidIQ, free plugin, highly recommend it. Use it for all my video needs. You can see that I've got 0 Facebook likes. Well, that's weird. Oh, I need to authorize it for some reason. But I've actually got Facebook likes. I've got Facebook shares, etc. I've got YouTube, lots of engagement on here, YouTube likes, in 25 Reddit posts. If I click on this, it's going to open it up. And you can see all of these. Now, these are not my Reddits. These are the Viper member Reddits. These are all the Viper members within Video Viper, within the Hydra tool that are running the Hydra. So these are all the individual accounts that are part of the embed network. So when you're creating your embeds, or you click on share within the Video Viper, it's creating all of these. So we can click on, we can see, okay, here's the user, Outrageous West. Let's see what videos are getting. These are all Video Viper. Okay, so Doesn't look like this guy has had his account running for a while. It's been 15 days. I don't see anything recent in here. So he may not be either an active user or he doesn't have his Hydra on. Can take a look at this guy and see if he's got any recent. Okay, 8 minutes ago, just posted funny cat videos. Go figure. Bradley, I know these are your videos. Just be honest.
Oh, you know it, man.
Your cat videos. 21 minutes ago. Motivational. Zig Ziglar. 32 minutes ago. 48 minutes ago. Tech video. Roofing. 5 reasons why I live. Wonderful. If I had that hat, I'd be living too. All right. Dog videos. Funny videos. Cat videos. Unbelievable, Bradley. Terrible. All right. So it's getting all of these links. We're getting all these attribution links within here. And these are all embeds. And it's using Reddit. And Reddit is ranking in Google. And you can see that on the incognito. I'm ranking incognito. So I'm ranking up here for Reddit. I'm ranking Twitter moments. And I'm using this with just CTR Viper, just Google Traffic Viper. And that's awesome. And this is what you should be using CTR tools for. Your GMBs, your websites, your social media, Twitter, Reddits, videos, the whole 9 yards. So that's what I recommend doing. Same thing for the video. If we go over here to YouTube, type in, okay, CTR, GMB CTR. Number 1, Sterling's a quick 2. Craig Campbell's down here, boo to him. Chris Palmer, always trying to overtake us. If you go to CTR manipulation, I never actually got into this one very much, but you can see right here, this dude right here, William Jones, he's using Viper, and he's ranking number 1. James Jernigan tried to overtake us, couldn't. Sterling's up here. Chris Palmer's up here, William Jones again, Craig Campbell's down here. Somehow mine's popping up on here. I actually created a video here, CTR manipulation. And I used another account here, so I didn't get it ranked very high. But this is the video I did. And if you know that tune, it's from The Exorcist, Tubular Bells. And I use that in here, and
Jesus, thug life.
But here's the funny part, and I'm sorry to share this live here, Bradley.
Let's see who Michael Storm.
So if you recognize that voice, it was Holly Starks. I took this video from 2017 where Holly, I absolutely beat her on a live webinar. She used one of her negative SEO tools to destroy my video. And I used CTR and I beat her out 10 minutes before she went live. And she did not double check her work because she went live to bash me. She bashed me for like an hour that Michael's tools suck and he sucks and his embed network sucks. And it was hilarious because she pulled up the search incognito and she started searching and I was number 1 and she had to read it out. So I took that clip and I saved it. And then I put it in here because it's her voice saying Michael's 1, thug life. There we go, baby.
Wow.
Which I know that Holly's not found this video because if she realized that she was in here saying I was number 1, she would destroy it. So there it is, CTR manipulation. You can use this for ranking everything, videos, websites, GMBs. It's awesome. So there we are, guys. If y'all have any questions, drop it in the chat.
You know, Brian's asking with 2 questions. The first one is, do we need to use city location as part of the keyword phrase? And Brian, what I do, and I've shared this in his group as well as at POFU Live, and as I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, for anybody that purchases today, I'm going to hold a separate webinar where I go through the various kind of like recipes that I've created for Viper tools that I use, but I specifically go into Google Keyword Planner, right? Google Ads Keyword Planner, and I create 3 sets of keywords. Again, all I do is local. And I do 3 sets of keywords, what I call general keywords, which in my industry is like tree service, tree trimming, tree removal service, and tree trimming service. So those 5 keywords, that's what I call my general keyword group. Then I also have a geo keyword group, which is tree service plus city plus state, tree trimming plus city plus state, and tree removal plus city plus state, right? And then I have my near me keyword group, which would be, again, those same 3 keywords, but with near me appended to them. Does that make sense? And then what I do is I localize the search area to only be the specific city I'm targeting, sometimes the broader county. And then I multiply whatever the average search volume is. And that's the problem I see a lot of people have, is they'll go in and they'll use the keyword planner to get their search volume, but they don't localize their search. And then all of a sudden they're going to send several hundred views or clicks to a GMB that should really only be getting about 25. And it's like, they wonder why it's not working. So I localize my search down the geographic area to, to what's relevant. And then I multiply whatever the average monthly search volume is by somewhere. It depends on the age of the GMB, but on average around times 0.3 or 0.35, right? So that's either 30 or 35% of whatever the average search volume is for those particular and sets of keywords, right? So again, a general, a geo, and a near me, set those 3 groups. And so I'm always running 3 separate GMB and Google Viper campaigns for every single one of my projects, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Good point there, Bradley. I always tell my guys like Bradley said, the max I like to tell people is 15-20% of total search volume. It depends on what people are doing. Some guys do more, some guys do less, but you can absolutely destroy the rankings with it. And I forgot to show you all this. Let me share my screen again real quick there, Bradley.
Sure.
Totally forgot to share this real quick. Let me
And Brian, follow-up question is, can we use GMB Viper tool only for video rankings? No, first of all, for video rankings, that's the YouTube Viper tool, the video Viper tool. The GMB Viper tool is to help rank the Google My Business. And there's also the Google Traffic Viper, which is for search and click volume through Google search. So I don't know if that makes sense, Brian, but there's 3 different tools. One is for video, one is for GMB, and one is for Google Traffic or Google search. But you can use all 3 of them for, to rank various assets, whether they're video, a website, or a GMB.
Exactly. Yep. So just wanted to share this with y'all guys. A couple of more testimonials on the tools here. This was Brent Browser, one of my platinum guys. Super good guy, great results, gradual 12 keywords, 3-pack. I was asking him how quickly he was ranking. He took a GMB from page 8 to page 3. This was at this time, and it's already in the 3-pack now. This has been a while since he did this. I think a couple of months. This was kind of funny. Just to give you an idea of what our mastermind looks like. I actually had my priest over for dinner, and I stepped away. I left Merlino right here. Michael Merlino. If you guys know who Merlino is, great guy. I left him in control while I went to have dinner with the priest and my nephew. And we came down about 2 hours after dinner, and the mastermind was still going without me. And it's what we call the after party. So we actually have 2 masterminds. We have the regular mastermind, which is recorded. And then those that stay, we have what we call the after party, which is unrecorded. So no one's allowed to have recordings on. Everything is off the books at that point. And that's where the gold nuggets are dropping left and right. It drops during the mastermind, but really during the unrecorded after party. And this was just hilarious because my priest showed up right behind me here, and I was looking, and he blessed all my guys there. It was really a funny moment. So we have a great group, like I said, in here, 3 p.m. gens that are 3 p.m. Eastern time. So I try to make it where my UK, Australian people, and so they can make it. So we have a lot of people from all around the world. So we found 3 p.m. Eastern time's the best time for that. Here was a guy. Now, this was an interesting one. This was in French. And this was a French guy. And he had never ranked a GMB before at all. He'd never ranked a GMB. He ranked it right in the middle of France, right in his hometown, which was awesome. So that was a good one. Tony Brooks here is one of my platinums. He was just showing one of his rankings here. Tested it on client, 1,000 searches a month, but nothing else, straight to the website, went up 4 spots, put the site in the 3-pack using the website URL. And he says he's finding good results sending the citations instead of the website. So that's an interesting little bit there. He's seeing easy to rank keywords, ranking also like location pages. So that's cool. So he was using citations. Darren Wagstaff here. He's run GMB Viper and Google Viper for 2 weeks on the site. It's Google organic website rankings, not GMB, have gone from 46, page 5, which was outside the top 100 prior to that, to page 1, position 9 yesterday. And today it's position 3 for a very competitive and sexy keyword. Nice side effect. As for the GMB, it was in position 63 before I started, and now it's in position 9. Still got a ways to go. So this was a little bit ago. This was about 2 months ago, I believe. I should follow up with Darren and see where he's going. Dave here, he's always very critical of new products, services from companies, individuals making claims. Page 1 rankings. Here he was, been using Viper tools for about a week, have 2 videos, their #1 spot. He's never been able to move him until now. Super high competition. Dave is one of my platinum members, been in for quite a while now, and doing a great job ranking GMBs and websites. Eli, now I'll give you a little background on Eli here. He actually came to me. I found him via email in my support box, and I sent out a support email, invite to all these different people to join platinum, etc. And Eli kind of wrote me back a negative comment, and he was like, oh, he's typical, tired of hearing from internet marketers. And he was in a really tough spot. He's a ex-police officer, used to be a police officer, really great guy out of Philadelphia. And I kind of took his hand and kind of took him under my wing. And he ended up joining platinum. And he went from absolutely in the utter gutter, let's put it that way, really struggling in life, to over 10, 15K a month. I don't know if I should have shared that, but I'll just tell you he's making very, very good bank. He's probably making a lot more than that now. And that was what he used with platinum. That's what he used with Viper tools. And he's doing a great job using Google Traffic Viper. You can see his testimonial here. He really came, like I said, a long way. And he was really struggling. So this was awesome. I love seeing this. I love seeing these kind of results from people that are really having a difficult time in life. He was ready to give up on everything. And in fact, he told me later that he was ready to quit on every bit of internet marketing. He had reached that point in his life. So that was a really awesome one. Like I said, I love Eli. We talk all the time on Skype. Really, really great guy. Here's one, Brent Bowser. Again, we showed you on the chat earlier. This was the type of rankings that he got in GMB Viper. This is using GMB Viper after 1 month, 1 month drip. And look how high these rankings shot up. 55 spots, 65 spots, 44 spots, 20 spots, jumping straight up. These are real rankings, guys. These are not fake testimonials. These are real guys. Josh Klein, here's another guy. Agency is a pretty big PPC based on, we manage GMBs too. Starting and tried to rank a website, only GMB has been using GMB Viper for 5 weeks. 25% of traffic, like what Bradley was just saying. And the map path rankings are great. From not ranking to #2. This is amazing. Our site is now ranking on page 1. Worked its way up to an average position of 1.7 the last few days. And it's actually bringing in organic leads almost daily. The site's about 2 months old. Only did the most basic SEO. So he's using 100 local citations that are being indexed and using Viper tools. And you can see his rankings right here, which is awesome. Another one, Matt Bush. He's another internet marketer. He was getting great results with it. Ryan, we showed you earlier. Johnny Benton here is another guy who's going to run GMB Viper for 5 days. Restoration company, went from position 23 to position 14 for keyword plus me. I believe that we just had a question here about that. From position 17 to position 7 for the keyword plus city. I've also been running the Google Viper for the same keywords. A client told me today they got the first new job. They got a new job yesterday for the site. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Another great result. Johnny, we just showed you a minute ago. Here's Josh again. Here's Josh for his GMB, and he's showing you what he did here. And look at this. This is when he started, March 24th. Put it into his, I forgot what tool that is. Bright Local.
Bright Local.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I remember you're doing that one. And look at these keywords. These are super hard keywords. Sacramento, California. Keyword #1, mobile dent repair. You know that's a tough niche. Auto hell repair. Dallas, Texas. Good Lord. That's awesome. So great rankings. Mark here. Here's another one. He's one of my platinum members, been in a while using GMB. He said he's saving about $5,000 per month from Google Ads campaign. Isn't that amazing? So using just CTR. Matt Bush, again, ranked #2 in Google after 1 week. I mean, GMB after 1 week. And he said he'd never seen map path rankings just like that. Nick is actually here in our area. Bradley, I don't know if you know Nick. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's in Northern Virginia.
He joined our mastermind for a couple of months. He's not a member anymore, but he was.
Okay. Yeah, he runs a moving business and does a really great job. So he's doing really good. Rankings are killing it. He's doing a great job here. Here's Ryan as well. Had a client number 3 in maps, Pacific term. Back to Scott Patton there. Simon, we showed earlier. Sterling here. I love Sterling's thumbnail there. And he's totally killing it. Okay, Viper Tools, Steve Bailey, believe we already showed. Okay, so just wanted to share those with you. Show you some real testimonials. You know, there's a lot of marketers up there that share shit. Excuse my French. Bullshit, I should say. We definitely don't do that. We only have real rankings, real Viper rankings.
Yeah.
Carlo says, do you have any affiliate authority national site case studies? Yeah, we do. We have definitely some members within the mastermind. I could ask them to share that, but I can't really share it without their permission.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody was asking earlier, I think Jamie says, Brad, I purchased this a month ago via the same webinar. It couldn't have been the same webinar because I didn't do one with Michael a month ago, Jamie. He says, can I get access to your training or tips that you just mentioned? Well, it's supposed to be for people that have purchased through our link, but send us a ticket to support@semanticmastery.com and mention that you want to be included in that and mention that I told you to, and I'll get with Chris G, our support guy, because he's going to look for verification that you purchased through our link, and I'll make an exception. Just remember that I made that exception. That's all. And guys, let me make a quick statement though. Like a lot of these results, I mean, I can't speak for all of the results that Michael's showing, but I know from being part of the group long enough that some people expect it to be a 100% magic bullet. Like in other words, they expect that they can apply GMB Viper to a new Google My Business profile that has done 0 on-page optimization and 0 anything else and expect it to rank. And let me just be real clear, guys. You still need to do all of the on-page stuff that you would normally do and then add this to it. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't want to just expect like the Viper tools are going to rank everything that you apply it to without any additional work. I mean, that might happen in some rare cases, but you still need to apply like all your basic SEO and standard operating procedures to the assets that you're going to apply Viper to. Am I right, Michael? Would you agree?
Yep, absolutely. Definitely. And that's really what I wanted to tell you guys earlier about Miracle Max is people think this is a magic tool, a magic button. It's really not. It takes work. It depends on the niche. Some people will see rankings happen within days. I've even seen hours. Now, those were super SEOs. But most people, it's going to take you a month, 2 months, 3 months, sometimes, depending on the niche, depending on the amount of power that you have, the amount of CTR, the locations, etc. It really depends on all those different factors. But if you have all those ducks in a row, you're going to see ranking with Viper.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. I actually had a guy just quit after 1 month. Not joking, just got a support ticket in. And he said, hey, I'd like to cancel with Viper. And I said, what's going on? He's like, it worked. It worked really good. People are so funny. He's like, it ranked me number 1 in Google. My client loves it. And now that I'm ranked here, I just want to quit. I said, so the tools work. He said, oh yeah, absolutely. He was like, in fact, if it drops ranking, I'll be back. But right now I don't need to pay you because I've got it ranked number 1.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, floats your boat. And he left, it was really funny. It was like, that is so funny. I actually had another guy, this was about 2 months ago, who quit. He was a platinum member and quit. And I said, why are you quitting? What's going on? Are you not? He's like, oh, no. I've ranked so well. In fact, I'm getting so much business. I don't know what to do with it. And he said, I've just got to turn it off. This is like a fire hose. He was like, I can't deal with it. And he quit. I was like, well, that sucks, but I'm glad it worked for you. He was getting so many leads for it that he totally quit. I was like, this is great. So it works. But it's great whenever I see that happening with people. Not quitting. I don't like to see that, but just continue what you're doing. Consistency is the key to being successful.
Yeah. And then that's the other thing that I found is, I use I found it in one of your testimonial screenshots you were just showing there, said that he was running traffic through citations and that had a significant boost for him. And I found referral traffic to be one of the best things that you can do, because here's the thing, guys, if you all know anything about link building, you understand that there's a thing called link atrophy, which is where if a link is placed somewhere and it gets zero traffic, the Google eventually just discredits the link. It just doesn't count. It doesn't hurt, but it won't help either, because there's no traffic on that link. And that's one of the ways that Google's trying to combat spam, right? Is because if they know, Google knows that if links are placed out there by SEOs, which that's what we do a lot of, right? And nobody ever visits that link and clicks through, then is it really valuable? Is it actually a link that should be, counted? And so one of the ways that you can actually overcome link atrophy is by sending traffic through it. So imagine placing, building a Web 2.0 property, for example, specifically for the purpose of backlinking, and then running some traffic. Doesn't have to be much. All you have to do is hit it with a couple of views or a couple of visits occasionally, but that'll make that link count more, right? It's weighted heavier by Google, or it will at least keep it counted as opposed to it being discredited or discounted, ignored altogether, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. And Aaron just said here, now he's ranking a new video #1 on YouTube after 2 weeks for IT support Los Angeles.
Nice.
Now, James asked, are all those SEO SOPs included in the mastermind pack? Let me share my screen with you guys real quick. I'll show you this. All right, I love the Terminator. Shoot me. This is what my my platinum area looks like. You do see my screen, right, Bradley?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we're just gonna log in here and take a look at what we have. All right, so we got 17 products in here, 17 courses. Video ranking signals. These are the type of courses you'll get access to. Pillaging Twitter for profit. Amazon case study, still working on this. Haven't done it yet. GMB case study. This is a work in progress. Embed King, work in progress. In other words, there's 3 courses I'm planning on doing, but haven't done yet. Laser targeted traffic. This is a really great course. Secret sauce. Infected authority. One ring to rule them all. Video money madness 3.0. GMB ranking secrets. 90 days to profit. Launch jacking ninja. Ultimate video course. The power of Thanos. Now, if you were on POFU, I actually gave this to you guys for free. So those that made it to POFU got this for free. I just gave it away. It's a killer ranking strategy. But for those in platinum, you also get it as part of your membership here. Yeah, Ray, I love Everlesson. So you can see that right here. Here's this skeleton drinking his whiskey with his gun, and this is silo stacking tiers and traffic. And now there's a new one I'm working on right now, which is called ranking Twitter moments in Google. This one I just released a video on. It's about 25 minutes. And I've got another course I'm doing on Reddit, ranking Reddit in Google. So that's the second course getting ready to come in the platinum. But it's right in here. These are all the courses. And then, of course, if you want to break down the real nerd herd here, you go into the platinum replays. And you can see my very first platinum mastermind I did, at least recorded in here, was May 16th, 2018. And I'm a little late here. I need to get the latest one up, but 9/21. So all the masterminds are in here. You're able to watch all the replays, get the Sierra Bay up here, all the regulars, and all the courses. So you get a lot in there. There's a lot of material. There's a lot of coursework, a lot of material.
So G asks, can we run Viper tools on multiple computers to get more credits at the same time?
You are limited to the amount of credits per month. Now, I've got to tell you, I have it set up on the sales page that the max that you can earn is 1,000 credits. But I've got to tell you, for the last, 6 months, 8 months, I think I've had that limit for platinum at several thousand. So it's like at 3,000 or 5,000. I forgot what it was. It is a buttload of credits. So I don't really have a hard limit on that for platinum at the moment. It says 1,000. So yes, if you have a bunch of computers installed, you're probably able to earn a lot more, a lot faster. So in that answer, yes, it depends on if I decide to put it back to 1,000, then you'd be limited to 1,000. But most people, they earn 1,000 credits, and it's about 30 days running Hydra on their main computer with all 3 tools going constantly. So that's that. Yeah. But more, you are within the limitations. If you're using combo, you're in the very hard limitation. 500 credits, doesn't matter if you have 20 installs. One of my platinum users, he's an old legacy member. Don't even know this guy's name. I think he's a spook. Love the guy to death. His name is Cy Edge. I don't know if anybody knows that name, but he goes by Cy, C-Y Edge. I have no idea who this dude is. I've tried to find out. One time I spent 5 weeks trying to figure out everything, tried to track this guy down, complete incognito off the grid. But anyways, he installed Hydra on 45 of his clients' home computers. And he generates for the Viper network about 150,000 views per month. And he just earns a ton of credits. And the funny part is he never uses the tools. In fact, I haven't seen him at a platinum mastermind in probably almost 2 years. But he pays and he runs the tools. He helps out the network. So I don't know who this dude is. I've tried to track him down. And one time I asked him just straight out, who are you? He's like, you'll never find out. Well, that's great. There's people out there like that, but he loves helping out the network. He's part of the membership and really does a great job for Viper. So if you happen to know who Cy Edge is, reach out to me because you never know who you're talking to online. There's this one dude, I talked to him for almost 3 years before I found out it was a woman. I mean, it was a dude. It was under a woman's profile. And I thought it was a chick I was talking to. It ended up being a dude. I was like, what's wrong with this world? It was funny. So you never know who you're talking to online. You never know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But yeah, Tall Paul, he's one of my platinums. Tall, good to see you in here, Tall Paul. And you're right. Some people like to stay behind the scenes. So yeah. Here's Manny. Stop giving Thanos away. Exactly, Manny. That's awesome. All right, guys. Any last questions? Anybody else have a question? I think I pretty much talked off Bradley's ear. After this, Bradley's going to get off and say, dear God, Michael sure can't talk.
Let's see. Ray says, I've seen one video on you and it was sick. I need to watch the replay. Okay.
All right.
Okay, guys. Yeah. If you want to, you have to make me host again, by the way, before we shut it down.
I don't know if I want to do that, Bradley.
Yeah. And what was that offer again? Let me see if I got that. Pull that up. No, I must have. Damn it. I copied it.
Let me drop that link back in here again. Hang on just a sec. Yeah, here you go, guys. And the code is Bradley Rocks.
There you go. So yeah, guys. So what I'll do is in probably maybe next week, but if not next week, the following week for sure, I'll host a separate webinar. If you can't make it for the webinar, that's fine. I'll record it and we'll make sure that everybody that purchases through our link has access to it. But I'm going to just go through some of the various recipes that I've kind of developed. I'm waiting for the Kraken Viper to be available because I've tried to string together multiple steps in my own way. And I know it works. For example, like sending traffic through a GMB post silo. It doesn't work all the time, but it does work some of the time the way that I've been doing it without the ability to chain different CTs together. But I know that's coming. So I've got a few different recipes. Like I said, press release is a big part of that. I've been doing a lot of stuff with press releases and the Viper tools, especially with the Mach 25 network. When the press release is first published, that's a great way to help give it like that initial surge of traffic, which kind of mimics like a press release going viral. And so that's one of the best sources for referral traffic, in my opinion. But there's several things that I've been doing. So I'm happy to share that with you guys once, like I said, if not next week, the following week for sure. And we'll make sure you guys get access after you've purchased through it, guys. I forgot to mention this. Just go to support@semanticmastery.com. Send us an email, support@semanticmastery.com, so that you want the Viper Tools bonus. And Chris G will make sure that we get you access to it when I record it. So.
Yeah, and real quick, Ray Sailor here says, will that work for credit repair? Absolutely. In fact, the guy that I shared, one of the guys on here, I think the T600 member, he does bad credit repair and he's ranking like a mad dog. So yeah, absolutely. It works in any niche.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what people run. I mean, I've seen some niches I've had to remove out of the Viper. By the way, real quick, we do have a purity filter, so there's no porn on the network. It's not allowed. So if you try to enter porn, if you try to enter any type of thing that violates my purity network, which by the way made me very red in the face when I got these keywords all together, I had to hand them off to my programmers. I was giggling like a teenage schoolboy as I wrote up this dirty list of keywords. It was like, this is great. So sent it over to my programming team, red in the face, you know, but it does have a purity filter on there. So just know if you're trying to put in porn, sex bots, I have seen some stuff slip through, which I looked at, I was like, this is disgusting what people put in there. But I could tell you off the webinar what it was, but I'm not going to tell you on the webinar. But yeah, so absolutely, it definitely does for that. James, it's already sold now. Bradley dropped the bonus about the score. Good stuff. Question, what about multi-location? Ray, in what way would multi-location? Basically, if you're doing multi-location, I would just set up separate campaigns in different locations.
Yeah.
And it
That's
would
all
work
you do.
perfectly. That's it.
I mean, I've got several brands that are multi-location brands, and it's just, you just treat every location as a separate project. That's all. And like I said, I do the 3 sets of keywords, the general, the geo, and the near me sets of keywords, and it works really well. And I always set up, like I said, so it's 3 campaigns per GMB location. And then I'll do also for the organic ranking. So I'll do GMB Viper to rank the GMB, obviously, but then for the organic ranking, I also do the same 3 campaigns, but where it'll do Google search and click for the location landing page as opposed to the GMB.
Exactly. Real quick, Bradley, how long do you want to do this promotion at this discount?
At least a week, probably a week would be good if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine on that. Just to let you guys know, these are really discounted prices. When the coupons go away, it goes back to the normal price. And Platinum, I did not think honestly that I would leave it at $4.97 for the discount, to be perfectly honest with you. I've actually got Platinum members right now on discount at $5.97, which my support box may actually have some angry people in there. And I'm not joking. I've been selling it at discount at $5.97. So Platinum is literally $9.97 a month. But at the moment, at this discount, it's $4.97. So just to let you know, if you miss this, it's not coming back. This is your one and only opportunity. I'm like Bradley. I learned this actually from you, Bradley. You were the guy I learned this from. When Bradley sets a price and then he moves on to the next price, he never goes back on it. And Bradley's masterminds and his products are just like that. So if you come to me the day after and say, hey, I'd like to join in. In fact, the $5.97 that joined in was from the last promo. And he was like, hey, I want to get in. I'm like, it's $5.97 a month. Sure, give me the link. And he signed up. And he's paying $5.97 a month. So it's literally, that is going to be the best discount you'll ever get for it. And that's it. If you miss this boat, you'll never get it again after this 1 week thing. So all my guys will tell you this. The Platinum members will tell you this. If you miss it out, you're screwed. So don't be kicking the tires. Don't be sitting on the fence. The prices will change back to normal.
Okay, Ray says, nice. So we can unlimited, I guess we can add unlimited campaigns. Sorry, caught this last minute. How long?
No, Platinum, you're limited to 60 campaigns at the same time, but that's still a lot of campaigns. If you want unlimited campaigns, you'll have to give me your bank account and put me on the will. So
yeah.
yeah.
And just so you guys know, like and again, I'll share this in the webinar that I do for anybody that purchases today or during the replay over the next week, I should say. I started keeping all of my campaigns in a Google Sheet. So like all the details, so that I can just copy and paste whenever I want to restart campaigns and that kind of thing. And just keeps everything. It just makes it super easy to keep track of everything. And again, I'll share a template with you guys when I do the bonus webinar. So. Yep.
Awesome.
Okay.
I would show you the Facebooks, but since Facebook is down, we can't show that right now. So
is it wrong to hope that it stays down?
Bradley, how will I not get in trouble, man? I need Facebook back so I can start online fights, man. Come on.
I hate Facebook, man.
It's terrible. My family absolutely hates it. Yeah. They despise it. They refuse to get up on it unless they want to spy on me, which they do through their wife accounts, So that's how my family keeps up to date with my latest garbage that I'm spewing on Facebook. So yeah. It's great. It should be offline, man. That's where all the bad stuff happens.
I agree.
Definitely does. So awesome, guys. Thank you so much for the webinar today, Bradley. Really appreciate it. If you jump into any of the tools, make sure that you email my support. There will be a thank you page, and this is the way it works. So go to support, well, if I can type here, at bosmarketingllc.com. Okay. So support at bosmarketingllc.com and just email your receipt in. My guys will set you up automatically with that, and you'll get all your content. You'll get everything. And as soon as Facebook comes back, you'll get access to the platinum group in there, but you'll get everything that you need with the tools. Everything works.
Yeah, and I'm typing this in because I typoed it just a moment ago. James was asking, guys, again, to get the bonus, just contact Semantic Mastery support. Just send an email to support@semanticmastery.com. Again, support@semanticmastery.com. Show your proof of purchase, and we will make sure that you get access to the bonus webinar where I'm going to share all my tips and tricks and stuff like that. So,
yeah. And real quick here, Daniel, yes, if you get access to premium, you get access to affiliate campaign, how to set up. Definitely. Also, I meant to say this as well. Platinum members get free VPS. So you get a VPS for free. You don't have to pay for it. You can put any tool on there that you want except for Hydra. Hydra needs to be installed on your residential computer. And you also get free proxies. You get 2 packages of proxies at the moment. 500 port proxies for scraping anything that you want, and then 100 residential port proxies, USA residential mobile proxies. So these are completely paid for by me. And combined, the proxies cost me about $1,200 a month. So it's totally part of the platinum. We all share the shared proxies, tons of ports. People use them for all sorts of tools. So you'll get those, you get free VPS, you get all sorts of goodies.
yeah. And Michael's tools are awesome, guys. It's crazy because I don't know how many of you all know this, probably not many, but we, Semantic Mastery, when we were affiliated with SerpSpace, which was kind of we were partners with a development company. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, but we spent over $100,000 trying to develop a CT bot that would work. And I'm not kidding. We invested over $100,000 in trying to get a CT bot that would work. And we were unable to do it. And here we are, that's why, like, I actually didn't think that any CT bots would work. And it wasn't until I've been on Michael's email list forever, for whatever reason. And it was like in February of this year, I think it was, when I happened to see another one of Michael's emails come through, and I opened it up and he was showing screenshots of somebody, probably Brent Bowser, most likely. But anyways, I remember seeing screenshots and I was just like, man, I don't think this is really going to work, but I'll give it a shot. So I reached out to Michael. I was like, hey, Michael, can you set me up? I'd like to give it a shot. And he was like, yeah, man, absolutely. And then sure enough, I was skeptical, but he made it work. And I got to hand it to you, Michael, because, after $100,000 invested and we had nothing to show for it, you've done really well. So
Thank you, Bradley. I wasn't aware of that. Some guys had alluded to stuff I'd heard in the past, but I wasn't aware that y'all had tried to create your own CTR bot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was just a money pit for us, and we were never able to get it to work the way we wanted it to. So we just abandoned it. So
yeah, it's definitely expensive to run.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. Sorry, I do see some last minute comments here. Jerk. I'm sorry with names. I do apologize.
just call him G, because he's in our mastermind. I just call him G.
That's great. Awesome. My guys always laugh because I slaughtered names terribly on mastermind. So G, you mentioned residential computer. What if we have our own server and a server park here in Budapest? It's okay. It needs to be, it cannot show up as a business IP. It really needs to be a residential IP address.
Can you do that with a PC stick?
Yeah. Yeah, it can also run on a PC stick.
So, G, that might be a way to resolve that for you. A workaround would be to buy a PC stick and run it through that.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, if there's no websites, I could make an exception for you, G.
PC stick. Go Google it, G.
Yeah.
What's a PC stick? And you'll get all the information you need about it. You can try that and see if that'll work.
Yeah, I do have a PC stick here somewhere, but God only knows where it is. Yeah, it is.
While you're looking for that, Shannon Adams, what's up, Shannon? He says, can you, man, you should have led with the VPS and the proxies. Is the VPS shared, and what tools can it run on? And can it run SEO autopilot? I guess SEO AP.
It should. Now it's not got much disk space. It's about 2 gigs of RAM. It's a smaller VPN, but it runs SEO tools. I'm able to run my tools on it, so it should run that. It would cost you about $40 a month for the VPS, and it's not shared. It's totally dedicated, so it's your own. I think I have around 400 VPSs that I pay for on a monthly basis. So it's just something I offer to Platinum.
Sweet.
So some of my Platinum guys get, yeah, it's not Contabo. That's not who I use. I use someone else, but I get a really good deal. I mean, I've got a really, really killer deal on it. So I just give them away for free. I could charge them, but it's one of the Platinum benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, let's wrap it up.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for jumping in today. Bradley, I really appreciate having you have me on. Almost said having you on here. So thank you, Bradley, for having me on. And guys, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
The replay will go out as soon as we get it rendered and up, guys. Within 24 hours, it'll be up. It'll be on our YouTube channel, Semantic Mastery YouTube channel. You'll also be emailed. Anybody that registered will get emails with the replay link as well. But just by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the Semantic Mastery YouTube channel, go do so. That way you get notified when we do post videos such as the replay for this. And then also, like I mentioned, don't forget, contact support@semanticmastery.com to get access to the bonus, and we'll make sure you get it. Oh, one more thing, Michael, within the next 2 weeks or so, I'm going to be hopefully coming and doing some GMB training for your Platinum Masterminds.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The guys are looking forward to it. They were actually just asked me in the Facebook group yesterday, now, will this be Platinum only, or are you going to give this to all Viper guys?
Platinum only.
Platinum only. He's like,
Platinum
yes.
Only. It's got to be. It has to be, because what I'm going to share cannot be
Exactly.
the broader audience. It just
No,
can't
it shouldn't be, because it's dangerous material, man. People use and abuse.
So,
yeah.
Well, right on. Thanks again, Michael. Appreciate it. Everybody, like I said, join it while you can. You got 7 days. Make up your mind. It's a great tool. I've been using it myself for many months now. Again, you did a great job with it, Michael. So appreciate that. And we'll see you guys on the bonus webinar.
All right, guys. Thank you, Bradley.
See you, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Peace.